Hello. Yeah, nice to see you again. Um, Welcome all joining our Career Talk event. So thank you for joining us again for the second session of this year, actually. We have been doing this one since last year, but second time in this year. So before we begin, I would like to briefly introduce this seminar organized by KIRD. So this program is designed to support international researcher, global talents in Korea by sharing a practical insight on research and career development and also life in Korea. So let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Jane Kim, Jane Jihae Kim, and I will be the moderator for this session, and I'm interculturalist. And also, at the end of today's seminar, we have a very special session also. So we have prepared a special session on the Korean tax system for international researchers and students. We hope that many of you will stay and join us afterward. Actually, this is tax system is a bit complicated. Actually, as I'm Korean also, it is a kind of a very complicated one, but tax is always deducting of your income. So please join, let's deduct of your income after learning how we can settle of this issue. Okay, now I'd like to introduce today's panelist and our speaker. So this is Bowler, our panelist today. So could you introduce yourself?
Sure. Thank you for your brief introduction. And my name is KoreaㅅBuilding from Mongolia, and I'm currently a master's student at KIRD, majoring in technology management. So my research is basically at the intersection of environmental science and management. And in my earlier research, I used AI tools to predict water quality parameters. And that's where I first used the AI tools in my research. But my work experience background shifted my studies into led myself to KIRD. Now my research focuses more on the digital green patents and more specifically efficiency-related AI technologies.
Wow, nice.
So even though my main research area is not in AI, but I'm really interested in applying these AI tools in my research. And I'm really looking forward to listening to our speaker today and hopefully join the discussion together.
Thank you. Thank you. I think your major is very trendy with the AI and environment together.
Yeah.
This is a very good combinations. Okay, now I'd like to introduce our today's speaker. And Faranak Solat, assistant professor in Sejong Universities, and also her research area is trustworthy AI and federated and personalized learning, and the private preserved AI and edge internet intelligence. Wow, so that must be very interesting. So now I'd like to give the floor to yours.
Okay. Hello. Thank you very much for inviting me. Glad to be here. And first of all, my name is Faranak Solat, as you mentioned. And today I'm going to talk about my growing and also what's my journey, how I came to Korea, and what happened to me to right now working as an assistant professor in the School of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science at Sejong University. And first of all, so may I share my screen right now?
Yeah, they will share the screen.
Oh, okay, that's great. So, yes, thank you very much. First of all, I'm going to talk about my career journey in Korea. But before talking about Korea, I want to briefly explain what happened since undergraduate. So already, as you know, right now I'm working in Sejong, and I graduated with a PhD in software engineering in Department of AI and Software at Gachon University. And as you mentioned, I'm working on data learning, like 5G, 6G, networking area, edge AI, and these days, large language models more, and manned aerial vehicles network. And let's see what happened. So first of all, I start my journey in my home country. So I applied enter to the Azhar University in major of like industrial engineering, not computer side first. And after that, I graduated with a bachelor's degree in 3.5 years in 7 semesters from 2014 to 2017. And after graduation, because I was the first rank in my major, so I had the chance without taking again exam to enter one of the top universities in my home country, which is IUSD University. And because since young age, I wanted to move to the computer side, so I moved to the information technology major, electronic commerce, because it was under the computer engineering major. And that was very good point for me because I started my journey in computer side and I learned a lot because of changing my major. So in the picture also from the right side, you can see my picture during my graduation from the undergraduate, the bachelor's degree, and the middle part like the master, and the left side is the PhD degree. I got my PhD under Professor Lee's supervision, and my thesis also was optimizing federated learning frameworks for fast and green model training in mobile edge computing. So I studied hard during 3 years to get my PhD degree in the major of software. And that wasn't the end of my journey. Before coming to Korea, to be honest, I tried hard to increase my soft skills. One of the most important things for people, not as a student, but also you can see these pictures. I try to do many things in my home country and as well as also after coming to Korea. First of all, I try to learn soft skills. So I participated in different groups and different programs related to the startup area, and as well as the learning soft skills like how to communicate with others and how to work teamwork and how to solving the problems. The problem solving is one of the most important soft skills, as you mentioned before also when I visited the videos. And also the critical thinking. This is very important for each researcher. And among the other soft skills I can mention the creativity and the flexibility for the international researchers is very important. And for my continuing the journey of working and learning the leadership, these are very important points. So since undergraduate, I try to work in the big company, in a startup, and also after graduation from master's degree as a full-time worker, I worked in a company as a digital marketer and web developer for 2.5 years. And after those ones, I gained many experience in industrial area. But I wanted to again come back to the academic area. So that was the starting journey to come to Korea. So as you can see here, this is my story timeline. I came during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2021 August, and for 6 months, first of all, I studied as a Korean language student under D4 visa, and after learning about those ones, I started my PhD since March 2022, and during 3 years I studied as a PhD student, and I had the full tuition, the scholarship, university scholarship at that time. And since September 2022, I start my work also as an educational assistant inside the Gachon University. At the same time, I started every single day. I start my day since 9 a.m. To 5 p.m. working, as well as the studying, and I continuing the research until 8, 9 p.m. So every single day was like this during 2.5 years. And after doing those things, so in like February 2025, I graduated the PhD, and I hopefully my supervisor and the other professors trusted me, and I start my working role as like my visa type was like E1 and like assistant professor, but I did like more like the research professor. I researched a lot at the time. And during the PhD time, as well as the like 1 year at Katsina University as a like research professor position, I learned a lot, and I had classes also related to optimization as well as doing research. And during those times, as you can see, these are our lab members. The IMES lab under Professor Lee's supervision. So we did great time together. Also, as you know, in Korean culture, we have heshik. Also, we are participating right now. So every like 6 months. Sometimes also we went to the conferences. That was a starting point to talking and finding new people to do more research, to get some projects, also overseas projects too. So we had a good time together. Right now, so we have good time sometimes when we meet each other. And also after that, after like February 2026, since March 2026, I start my new role at Sejong University, and that's a good one and more difficult. Hopefully, I gain some experiences related to the department and academic area because of the educational assistant experience. So I know how to deal with like some projects, how to write for example, proposal, and also how to the most important point is like how to filling the forms and helping the other students, because before that I learned how to helping the Koreans as well as foreign students during my assistant time in department. That was a good point for me. And after that, also, as you can see here, these are some important projects that I involved during my PhD, and after that, working as a PI. Hopefully, I had chance to participate as a researcher and as well as the PhD student to different projects with ETRI and also in NRF projects, and those were very good. Sometimes also these days, right now I'm negotiating with like the Australia, with one of the professors in Australia. I didn't mention here because it didn't finalize, but after finalizing, definitely I will update the table. So that's very good to participate different conferences to gain expand your network and find out many new people to increase your already chance to get more grants as well as the projects. And these are the publications. Some of them are under review, some others accepted, and the others published. And also, I had chance to already register a patent last year, and also got the grant prize for that one in SIIF, the exhibition, the invention fair. And that's good to focus on the real world problem to solve those ones, not just make like problem and try to solve that one and publish a paper. That would be better to find the real issues and problems or gaps in research to solve those ones. Those are very important. And about if I want to explain briefly about my research area, one of the important parts is focusing on federated learning. These are related to keeping the privacy of clients' data instead of sharing the raw data with the centralized server. It would be better to train locally in each devices and just send the updated models. It's the simple form of federated learning, and there are different types. So this can be also good for and this one is the blue ocean, not red ocean. So you can do research more in this area. Also, to answer some important questions and covering something in case of the career skills as well as the AI readiness for international researchers. First of all, focusing on skills that a researcher needs for a long-term research career. The first important point is focusing on your technical area, technical depths is very important. For example, in my major and my research area, focusing more on machine learning, AI, and all of the things related to the AI, these are very important, and increase your coding capability, learning one of the languages, maybe Python these days is very common, and try to read the papers. This is very simple, but how to read a paper and how to find a good paper is very important. For example, focusing on which part in a short time to find a better paper is a good point in your research. And if you learn and find a good one, how to publish a paper in a good journal. And in case of communicating and collaboration with others, learning the culture of that area. For example, focusing on, if we consider the Korea, learn the Korean culture. First of all, nunchi, something like this is very important, I think. First of all, that one, and also the Bali culture, doing something fast. I really like this because in my country I felt that's boring things that was slowly, but here is good for me, definitely. Learning the culture of that area first, and also if you participate as a student is okay, but if you just apply and come here under the working visa, no, that's gonna be a problem. So you should learn something, search on YouTube. There are a number of videos to learn more about the cultures. That's gonna be better. And also that adaptability, learning new tools. In case of AI, every month, many things change, many things updates. So you should be keen to learn more and focus more on your research area, and to increase your skills and abilities. The next point is finding research jobs and opportunities in Korea. So if I focus on the research area, there are different areas. First of all, I should pick. I want to work in a university, or I want to work in an industry side, or in R&D team, or research institution. Which one is the goal, my target? Based on that, I should find good job positions. First I just mapping the target, and then I can apply and check the positions on highbrain.net. That's the best website for this, and also as well as the Nature Careers and kaea.org. If you know Korean, that site is gonna be helpful. And if you want to work in a university as a research professor, postdoc, or other positions, you can check each university portal. That's gonna be helpful. And on top of these ones, if your target is not only the Korea but also everywhere, please check LinkedIn. That's a very good point. And also, when I came here, I met my supervisor on LinkedIn. That's really helpful for me too. So also, every person who wanna like apply for a job in a company, most of the time they prepare a portfolio. So for research, also you should prepare a research package, including your CV, and also in Korean 이력서. If you prepare, that's gonna be better. And when you send an email to a professor, please make that one specify for his or her research area, and don't make a template and send to 100, 200 people. That's gonna be a problem. And also, please prepare a one-page research direction. What's your research area? Why you pick that person? Please explain in 1-2 lines inside your email. Like we call it, like in the startup area, the elevator presentation. In 30 seconds, you should explain what you want, what's the value of your research. So please, just in 1-2 lines, explain in your email and also in your research package what's the value of your research area. And also, in case of AI is changing research careers, hopefully when I was the PhD student, the AI like ChatGPT and other AI-based like applications, the softwares, didn't develop like right now. At that time, like if you ask ChatGPT, it answered very carelessly, and that wasn't very good. That's a good point, to be honest, because at that time we learned a lot, we searched a lot, we all the time search about our research area in GitHub and other areas. That was very good. We tried a lot, but these days I hesitate about it. Like people can search also by themselves, or all the time they ask the ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude, and especially the Claude these days. It's very common. So in the past, like we used the AI for improving model accuracy, but these days, like in my research area, many people all the time they use for different AI-based areas. So the most important point is first learn by yourself, get help from AI. For example, one good point for each researcher is learn how to write a good prompt to ask AI. For example, if you just ask, okay, please give me the example about this topic, like federated learning, it's not specified for me. For example, if I undergraduate, I should write, for example, please give me this information for undergraduate second-year student in which language I want, for example, in Korean or in English. That's gonna be really helpful. And also, please step by step get help from the AI if you wanna. For example, when you write a paper, ask for paraphrasing or for checking, rechecking. That's good. But don't ask to write the whole paper. That's gonna be like if you write everything from AI, and again AI will search the published paper which is based on AI, that in the future they're gonna be a problem. So these are all the things related to the AI, and the most important things, please focus more on the your research area. First of all, find the way to, for example, the target where you want to work, and after that, find like the positions and try for those positions. That's the important point of like each person who want to apply in this area. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. Thank you for the insightful presentations, and I think it is very helpful for the audience and also for any of the potential people who may want to stay in Korea and get a job in here, and that is also very helpful for me also. Okay, now we will move on to the panel discussion. So actually, when we have a registration for this event, we also receive some of the questions. So we would like to cover some of the questions that we received in advance. And we will not just stick on that questions. We want to receive on-site question also. So please put your question on the chat if you have any while we have some of the discussions or about the journey that she was or she is now. So please feel free to put any question on the chat. So now let's move on to the questions that we received in advance. Okay, the first question is, what challenges did you face while adapting to Korea? Research cultures, or how did you overcome that?
Okay, that's a tough question to answer, to be honest. First of all, before coming to Korea, although there were some similarities in cultural, because also my country belongs to Asia, but there were many things were different. For example, many people in my country work slowly, but here everything is really fast. In my country, everybody told me you're working fast and maybe you're impatient, like 성격이 급하다 그런 거 in Korean. So, but when I came here, I felt okay, everybody is like me. So yes, but for example, in research, the people's ideology, like my supervisor and other colleagues, were different from mine, because how we learned mathematics, different lessons, lectures in our home country, each country is different. So my problem solving method was different with Koreans. So at first, I faced these kinds of issues, and I try to adapt with those culture. And also, one thing that was good after 2-3 months was every month we had meetings, every 2 weeks, every week sometimes we had meetings. Those were very good. And also every month seminars or 2 times a month seminars. At first it was difficult, especially because this is very common. Every researcher who apply for a new laboratory lab, so their research area, they're kind of different with my research area. So I should adapt with that one. That was very good for me to learn a lot and prepare myself. So these kinds of these kinds of issues and challenges I face, and I learned how to adapt with those issues, and the simple but the important, how to read good papers and how to find good papers. Those were very challenging for me at first.
Thank you for thank you for sharing of all those challenges that you had before. So now you all overcome of that one?
Kind of can say yes.
Oh, good.
Yes,
good.
after these days.
Yeah. How about you? I think you are in the journey of that challenges, I guess.
Yeah, actually, I can also, in some way, agree on with her, because in Mongolia also everything is not as fast as Korea. It's not that slow, but I mean people kind of take things very slowly, and I was also one of that person. I take things very slowly, and when I first arrived in Korea, we also have this weekly lab meetings, and we need to present an article review and also our research progress. And in the beginning, I found it really overwhelming, because I need to prepare everything alongside with the courses that we are also taking, right? So that was one of the, I think, challenge. I mean, about the adapting to the speed and also the competitiveness. I think I was thinking in Mongolia, because you know that the population of country is very less. So I would assume that the competition is not that much in Mongolia. But what I have realized here is the competition is really strong.
Yeah.
I need to prepare well to be one of the person to compete in this industry, right? So those kind of things felt a bit overwhelming for me in the beginning. And another challenge that I had was, as I mentioned in my introduction, I'm not from AI or computer science background. So using applying this AI tools and methodologies in my research, I kind of I needed to try work more familiar with AI and the data-driven models, right? So I had to learn like many technical concepts and analytical tools, like programming, like maybe like a simple coding related things. So that was actually one of the challenges I had in the beginning. But then I think I was really active, like proactive, asking about from our colleagues. And even though I don't know that, I say that I know that I have the shortcomings, but could you like tell me like which one are you using? Like, could you please recommend me which like sources should I use to learn about these? So I think that proactive attitude was helpful to maybe overcome those challenges, I guess.
Nice. I'm interculturalist. As an interculturalist, I always explain to the global talent people or the non-Korean people, the meaning of soon, early, late, it has a totally different meaning by each country. So maybe, please give it to me as soon as possible. As soon as possible can be different by the country, right? So you have to make sure by when. So that would be the best way to know that their expectation. Because those expectations can be different, totally different in Korea, yeah. I also agree that sometimes for me also it is very hard to meet those, the time schedule when I work with some of the clients, but still we are trying our best to meet that one, but sometimes cannot meet. So we still can communicate in the middle of the progress. So you can ask them whether the time is early means 30 minutes or 40 minutes or 5 minutes early, also early, right?
Yeah.
But it can be different. So please make sure to using the standard time terminology to understand about the meaning of the speed. And also that, like you said, that some of the mixtures of those different majors is kind of another challenges, but you did a very good job. And you said that the proactive, asking help, support, all these things are very important attitude because Korean is not that much proactive. They will not approach to you first. But if you approach to them, they are willing to help. Some people may not that much willing to help. They just stay, but once you ask them to help, they don't forget. So even they show some of the reluctancy at the beginning, but later on, they feel like guilty. If they don't help you. So they know that you need help, but I don't want to help. But still, I feel very uncomfortable because I already know that you need help. But later on, they will come to you, and at least it is a little bit of help or a lot of help, depending on the personality. But anyway, once you ask them, they will come back to you. Eventually. So that's the real thing. But they will not come to you first. Do you need my help? They will not do that.
But I think I also have one of my lab mates, and I'm so thankful for her. As you just mentioned, they're not gonna ask you that do you need help or what, but she asks me
not many Korean like that.
Yeah, and I think I was also really, I'm also very thankful for her, and by what she said to me, I understood that being proactive is not that good.
Yes,
not that
not
bad.
common, not common in Korea though. Yeah. So I think this is a very important message, but not many people doing in Korean. But if you are doing that, you can be like a surface of those people who don't do that. So asking help is never hurt. If normally the people who cannot ask the help for help to them is because they are afraid of rejection, right? If you don't help, okay. So I tried another person, okay, another person. You can do this way. Only you are ready to get rejected. So rejection is not something bad. Actually, it is up to them. So you can try. But rejection is not your own ability to choose that. So very good. Right. Yeah. Okay. So now let's move on to the second question. Is Korean language proficiency essential for working in academia or industry in Korea?
Yes, definitely yes.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, Although if you many like foreigners in Korea, they say for doing research, English knowledge is enough. Yes, if you wanna just write papers and do research by yourself, that's gonna be helpful. But to be honest, we are living here and we need to communicate with others. So for communication and collaborating with Koreans, definitely we have to learn Korean in advance. So like for me, before starting my PhD, I learned Korean. So that was very helpful because many Koreans felt shy to talk in English. Although before like meeting and visiting many Koreans, I suppose that they feel shy or their English level is not good. But after asking them, and they mentioned, for example, they TOEIC or IELTS or TOEFL, they are in highest level. I found that no, they felt shy and the important and different things is like with my culture, we learn first how to speak. Then focus on like reading and writing, first speaking. But in Korea, I realized that first they focus on reading and writing first. And if they have time, they check the like speaking. They focus first reading, writing, listening, and at the end is speaking. That's the reason, although they have enough knowledge and they know everything very well, they prefer to speak in Korean rather than English. And to be honest, right now I believe and I realize, okay, this is the people's culture. That's the reason I'm a foreigner and I want to live in Korea. So I have to increase my ability and like my Korean proficiency. So that's the reason I learned Korean. And also I learned how to use this Korean because many people learn Korean from like dramas and talk like the casual form and especially with their professors. Okay, that's not good. To be honest, my supervisor, his English is very good. That was a good point for me. But many Korean professors, they prefer to speak Korean. But if you want to talk in Korean with those ones, please talk 존댓말 or 높임말. Something is like honorific form and the higher level, not like the casual form. This is very important. And also, speaking is one point. The other important one, if you wanna contact with these people, how to chat on KakaoTalk, how to write email. There are structure that during working as assistant, I learned how to write the email for the like dean of the department or for other people. That's very important. If you write some words wrong, they felt bad. Also, not me as a foreigner. I met some of my Korean colleagues and friends that they hesitate which word should I pick. Also, they thought about this. So I think definitely if you want to do this inside the industry, definitely yes, you should at least learn Korean at least up to topic level 4 at least. 5 is better, at least 4, 3, 4. And for doing research, also for collaboration, definitely you should learn Korean.
Good. Those big company, normally they are expecting you to submit the topic level. So
Yes.
if you are targeting to apply for those big company, the major company, definitely they will ask you to submit that one. So please be ready and prepare for that one. And the language is not something that you can improve so prompt. So you have to constantly prepare for that one, I think. Then I heard that you are studying Korean now, right?
Yeah, I'm like actively studying. I'm not sure about like industry, but I'm for sure it requires like at least topic 4 and 5, right?
Yes.
But I'm not in that level yet myself. But what I would like to mention in this question is that at least learning Korean will help you to connect with your colleagues. So my lab mates, like, they encourage me a lot. Like when I first introduced myself in Korean, they were like so surprised. And
Korean
since
loved it.
then, they were encouraging me to speak Korean. So they, like, sometimes they stop talking with me in English. They just talk with me in Korean, and I was like, okay,
I'm not the level yet.
and then okay, search for it, look for it.
Yeah, that is good motivation.
So I think that also, like, the effort to learn the language, I think it helps also to make the connections with Korean people.
That's very true. So there are some kind of research about how much people love to, how much people appreciate to the foreigner when the foreigners speak their own languages. So Korean is almost the very top. So they are very appreciated when you are speaking their own Korean languages. So as you know that if you just say 안녕하세요 언니, but they say, wow, you are so good at Korean. They say this way. This is the real their like authentic mindset. So just trying to speak a little bit of Korean languages make them very happy, and that is a very good opportunity to build the relations. Also, can be a good first step. So showing that kind of behavior and attitude is also kind of the way that how much you are like love to study Korean. So that is a very good impressions to your colleague and professor, I guess. Okay, so good. Now let's move on to the third questions. How can AI researchers in Korea balance industry-driven project and then international comparative research? So how can the AI researchers, as an AI researcher, both of you, so how can the Korean balance in Korea as an AI researcher, industry-driven project, and then international comparative research? So how we can balance of this one?
Okay, to be honest, as a AI researcher, if I can call myself, so to be honest, inside Korea in industry-driven projects, first of all, how to AI can help us, and also how to get these kinds of projects. There are different area, but first of all, if I want to get real projects, I should be in touch with somebody who are working in industry. So first, in my point of view, the most important thing is participate in different conferences related to the industry. Especially there are specific conferences in Korea in Korean. So learn Korean from the first previous question, and you can participate on those areas. You can meet real CEOs or some project managers related to your research area. And one time I met these kinds of people that they explain about some issues they face in their work, and they say while explaining. And after the meeting, I just the marketing is important, gave my business card to him and introduced myself. So at that time, I was working on the area based on AI to solve another issue, but I realized that my solving way can help him too. So I explained briefly, in 1 minute, what's my area and my novelty of my method. And after that, we make appointments to meet each other, and everything goes well. So the most important point is being in touch and participating in different conferences. And also, that's gonna be kind of weird, but if you participate in job fair, although I'm already holding a position, but every year I participate in job fair. For example, the next one will be on June 1st and 2nd on in KoEX. So I met many people in those job fairs, many the managers, many people, and later they trying to find many people for their many positions, but I got many projects. To be honest, that's a very good point. So try to meet many people. Just doing research by yourself can help your CV and increase your publications. But if you wanna get the industry side, meet many people. That's very good. And outside of Korea, this is like for Korea. For outside of Korea, if you have chance to participate in different conferences, also online, if you can't go there, that's gonna be helpful. But when you participate in conferences, also in Korea, international conferences, you can meet many researchers from other countries. That's also a very good point to meet many people. For example, right now I'm working with a professor from Australia that he came here and he explained about his research area. And after that, we made connection. We went to Korean historical sites, like Gyeongbok, going together also. And after that, the research started. And he already introduced another professor from New Zealand.
Wow.
So we are in networking is good like this. And also, my supervisor already introduced another person from Princeton University, and he introduced another person from other university also in the US. So that's gonna be helpful, and you can increase your network by participating in different conferences.
Wow. I also want to suggest one thing in the perspective of a Korean. If we because if you cannot speak Korean, sometimes a Korean conference is something like no meaning to go and listen because I cannot understand that. But actually, if you have some kind of in the industrial major, then there's any conference in Korean, then you try to find those the speakers or somebody who is participating in that conference. Then if there is anyone who you want to build a network, you go there and introduce yourself. That you can say that, oh, I even don't understand fully about this, and then I cannot speak in Korean so well, but I really wanted to meet you because I really respect your research or something. Showing that kind of things maybe makes the Korean, those researcher or professor will really touched. Wow, even you don't know Korean, but you are coming here to see me and listen about my speech or research area. That makes them feel like they are very special. So that is also kind of the better way than you just participate in English speaking, because you are so unique there and you are the maybe one or two only foreigner there. So that already stands out. And then the people notice that, wow, you are here. Why? But you even don't understand, but you are willing to hear. So that is a kind of another strategy you can build the relations with the new experts, I guess. That are you participating in this kind of conference or research also?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I do participate a lot. You know, like in our university, there are many like interdisciplinary seminars and workshops happening at the campus, and they send these announcements about those workshops, and they mention that it's either be in English or Korean, and when the topic is interesting, I just go there. And like I mentioned it, even though I'm from other department, I just wanted to come here and listen. And they're like, oh wow! And then even the professors, they ask me to meet with their students, so that I get to know like more people.
Oh, very nice.
I think I already implemented
your good. That is a very good strategy, I think.
Yeah.
So I know that every university has some kind of this kind of a conference and seminar within this university. So if you are participating other universities, those conference, maybe, oh, how you get to know about it? Because I was following your research and all. You can make a story.
And also like in some of the seminars, they even like invite professors and speakers from other universities, so that the that we can also make connections by taking their email or like LinkedIn. Then we can also see the announcements of the seminars and workshops that they are also organizing at their universities.
So you have to follow and catch up all those information.
Yeah.
So I also, during my master degree, there was one Vietnamese master degree students. She tried to present with in Korean about her research. We were so thankful about her efforts to try to present in Korean. Everyone thought that she can speak a very fluent Korean, but later on, when we ask a question, we realize that she doesn't speak that much of good Korean, but she put that much efforts, tried to present in her research in front of us. So even she couldn't answer some of the questions, but we all very thankful about her efforts. So these kind of things, I think you have, if you think it is an advantage, it is a really big advantage because already people giving some kind of grace, credit to you. Yeah, you are okay to make a mistake in Korean. So if you think this way, that will be something much benefit for you to think that is only like a shortcoming to you. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. How do you see the future of AI and international researchers in Korea over the next 5 to 10 years? Wow, big question.
Yes, that's a tough question to answer, to be honest. Okay, that's my guess, because I can't definitely say certainly it's gonna happen like this, because AI is developing every single day. But I can say like between 5 to 10 years, the AI, I should say, unfortunately, will get many positions. So like also many simple like jobs like taxi drivers, many these kinds of jobs, or also the bank clerks. These jobs will be disappear definitely, unfortunately, because many people are working. But what should they can do? Maybe they can use and learn how to use AI. That's gonna be helpful. Working as an operator, that's gonna be better. Instead of working by themselves, they can operate with AI. So the AI can do many things. And also in case of like developing, many developers should think about their future, because, for example, developing websites, these things will not work well, or doing SEO, these things. Also, it was my previous job before starting my PhD. So right now also many things like content creating, these things already disappeared because AI can do perfectly. So maybe in case of AI, I can say between 5-10 years, that's a long time. So that's a little bit difficult to guess. But in like 5 years later, like by 2031, like that, something like this, the AI can do many things, many jobs, and many jobs will disappear. That's the reason we should, for example, somebody like us, the AI researcher, we can depth more on AI, how to develop the AI, not just using AI. We should in depth on AI, and for example, my major, making AI, not using AI. But for somebody who didn't use AI until now, they should use and learn how to use AI, from simple knowledge of what is AI and how can I use AI, like AI tools. That's gonna be helpful. And in case of the AI researchers, I can say, especially the international researchers in Korea, like up to 5 years later, if any person come to Korea and start working as an AI researcher, it will be safe. And there are these days, especially in your research area, you are using AI. Your specialist and research area is different. So you can definitely focus more on AI because there are many rooms to discuss. This is the blue ocean, not red ocean, not yet. So you can add many AI ideology in your research area and publishing new projects, many new publications, many papers, and get many grants or funding for this. So there are enough area and room to discuss about this. And if you are focusing on AI, that will be perfect because is starting point, like since last year, AI suddenly developed like this. And if you focus these days on cloud and learn how to not only use the cloud as a like ChatGPT, how to already as a manager, and the cloud can be your worker, your clerk. And many agents, each agent in cloud work one task, like one maybe clerk in your company. That's gonna be the best one. This is the right now. Some startups, I already heard that the like founder of a startup use cloud instead of people. One agent answering many like emails, everything. Another agent doing something else. One agent content creating. So up to 5 years, definitely nobody used for these positions, and people should move to the other areas.
Wow. So you are in the field of the AI that combine of your previous majors and apply AI to that majors. So you must have been seeing some of the vision on there, right?
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned that in my previous research, I also used AI model to predict the water quality parameters. But now that's more in like natural science. But now I'm in more in like social science, like management science. So I can also see the difference, like the difference between how I used the model in my previous research and now in my current research. It's improved, like developed a lot, I think. So like I don't know how it's gonna be like after 5 to 10 years, but I think, as she mentioned, I think it's gonna be, of course, maybe like in some of the job position, it may replace them, but I think maybe it's gonna also create more opportunities to work with AI at the same time.
Definitely.
And my professor usually tell us that research is all about, of course, it's like we are working to create something new, but also at the same time, the aim of research is to solve real practical problems. So from those problems, we create the idea, we come up with the idea, and also try to explore that by doing research. So I think maybe like AI, in this AI era, it can help in the perspective of academia or research. It can be one of the assistants to be much more efficient, I guess.
Korea, we say that there's a 빨리빨리 culture, fast culture, but you have to see behind of this 빨리빨리 culture. So a lot of cultures are coming from the efficiency. So efficiency is more important, more higher positions, higher like hierarchy compared to the 빨리빨리, because behind of this 빨리빨리, because they want to achieve efficiency. So that's why they are fostering of this 빨리빨리 culture here. So efficiency, AI definitely something make the improvements in efficiency perspective. So compared to any other country, Korean, in my opinion, as I'm not a researcher, in my opinion, because of they are very focusing on this efficiency, definitely they will apply a lot of this AI in each industry. So whatever the industry is, whatever your major is, try to think with a combination with the AI. Definitely Korean governments will love it. And also any like industry, definitely they would like to adopt that kind of idea. So as you are the researcher and problem solver, definitely you can make an idea how this AI can apply to your expertise. So that is a good one. Yeah. Okay, so last questions for the pre-received questions. So what visa pathway are most realistic for international researchers who want to build a long-term career in Korea?
Okay, so to become like international researchers in Korea, the first way is start studying in Korea. For example, first study the Korean language, getting the D4 visa, and then move to D2 visa. For example, for my case, it was like D2 for the PhD student. And after that, like getting the E3 visa as a researcher, like postdoc, or becoming a professor, getting E1 visa. Yes, and you can extend it a lot. But if you participate like in KIP program, you can learn Korean language and you can increase your points to apply for F27 visa. Like for example, that visa is the like you at least for 3 years you can holding that visa, and then move to F5 visa. Already, this is one way. For example, I didn't apply for F27. I applied for F511. This is a talent permanent residency visa, and is under process right now. Last year, December, I applied, and it's gonna take time for result because I already registered patent here, and I got the present and the grand prize, and also my patent. I made the demo and like the MVP. It was using AI to helping like allergy detection, something like this. So that was good. So I applied directly for F511 instead of like F27 and others. So you can already apply for these ones as a researcher in AI side. That's gonna be safe. But I saw some people without studying Korea, they came here and first they got like E3 as a researcher, and then E1. And based on like if they work in KIST or some the top level universities, in 1 year they can move to the F5. That also happened because of there are different visa process. So you can apply for these ones. These are common and beneficial.
Great. Okay, so now let's listen from the audience. So we have some questions already on the chat, and also there are some good information from KIRD also. Please take a look of some of the chat and messages there. And KIRD is also participating in the job fair next month, the 1st and 2nd of June in COEX, right?
Yes.
So that like recommended. So please try to participate and visit the KIRD booth. Okay, so now we will cover some of the questions on the chat. So first question, should PhD candidates start contacting potential postdoc labs during their final year or semester, or is it better to wait till after graduation?
To be honest, like this is based on the laboratory and professor point of view, that some like professors accept the student who are in the last semester of PhD starting not based on the visa, like inside the laboratory as a researcher, and get some other projects that after graduation they can continue. But to be honest, the best way is just wait until graduation and change the visa. That's gonna be safe and better way. But inside the laboratory, most of the time it happened that there are like suddenly professor gets a new project from the industry side or from research institute, or a new like project from the other areas. So it's not like they are not waiting for me for graduation. it would be better because already I studied in that laboratory. I know the professor, he knows me or she knows me. So it would be better to continue the research, but try to graduate as soon as possible and change the visa, because it can be helpful for me to then change my visa to like permanent residency. That's gonna be helpful. But if you say, no, I'm waiting for graduation and then I try to start a new like position, the professor will feel a little bit bad. So it would be better to keep going and doing research while trying to write a paper for graduation and prepare everything like thesis or others. This kind of be better, right?
In Korea, there is some saying that the milk is fed to the crying baby first. So this means that if you don't cry, they don't know that you are hungry. So this means that you try to contact. What I recommend is try to at least you show that you are interested in. Oh, I want to get a job here. I want to do this one. I want to do that. If you don't say that, they don't know that you want to do that. So try to cry as much as possible, as wide as possible to anyone. Then definitely they will know that. So the more you exposed, the more people will think about you when there is some open opportunity, right? So that is something from the perspective of Korean. So any recommendation?
I mean, I think it's sooner the better, I think.
Right.
Everything is like the more you approach first, sooner then more opportunities you may get. I think that's the approach.
So nobody understand of your messages in your mind.
That's true, unless you express it, right?
Only maybe your mom knows. Other than that, they are all busy here, so they are not putting that much effort to understand what is your desire.
That's true.
So then better you try to express of that one first would be the best. Okay, so why the second question, why did you apply to assistant professor directly rather than a postdoc? How did you know it is the right position for you?
Okay.
Do you think it is the right position for you?
That's a tough question to answer, and I never thought about it before. To be honest, I can say this happened for me because like during the 3 years, I published good papers, and my supervisor and other professors trusted on me, like trust to give me this chance to work as an assistant professor. But during 1 year, I did a lot of research also that's gonna be like the postdoc in some aspects, because at that time, although I taught students, I had class, but I did more research at that time and participate in projects. So it's I didn't like I didn't have students to guide like an assistant professor, like the research professor rather than assistant. My job position, I mentioned it was assistant. So that was good because I learned a lot during that 1 year, and it was kind of near to the postdoc with more freedom and independence. But I was inside our lab, so I was in touch with my supervisor, and we already discussed a lot. So I can say they trusted, and that was good for me, and hopefully I hope it might be good for them too. Yes.
Thank you for the great questions. That makes you think further about your own career path as well. So that is very good. And thank you for the active participation of Abdulhamed. So you also mentioned that I want to mention this. Speaking out makes one to be discovered. Yes, exactly. That is the messages that we want to share. Thank you. Thank you, Abdulhamed. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. how is AI transforming industries differently? Wow, across region, Africa versus Europe versus Asia. So how? Oh, wow, it's a very tough question, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
AI transforming industries differently across regions. I think based on the people's culture and their working, I can say that Asia can be the pioneer, and because they did more effort than Africa, Europe, or other continents. Because in Asia we have Korea, we have Singapore, we have China. Many countries there are hub of AI, and they're already developing, and the governments already support those like projects, startups, and the research. So I can say in in a short time, maybe in 2-3 years, there will be different gap between these continents, and the Asia will be maybe number one. And works because they are working hard. They are every single day we can hear new news about like new robots, new AI softwares, many things. So I think how it's transforming based on people's culture, based on people's thinking way, and supporting from the university side, industry side, the research institution side, and those. It's already they're developed, and they are developing better and better. So the gap will be already made, and it will be deeper and deeper.
I saw one research about the how people think about AI by different country. That I saw that the most of the Asian country, they have a more positive thinking about AI. So this means that they are more willing to adapt this AI into their daily life, and also they have a fear, like both kind of emotion they have in their mind, but they have a more positive side of the emotion than the negative one. So what do you think?
I think I have also read some articles and research papers about especially the countries in Asia that relies more on like manufacturing labor. Those countries, they have some fear because of AI, because those like mechanical manufacturing steps could be replaced by AI, which can create some problems of the labor, right? So maybe after like some time, this like manufacturing heavy countries across different continents could be different. I think that's the only thing that comes into my mind.
Wow,
right
that's
now.
very insightful. Because of this manufacturing and production sites located a lot in Asian side, so there's some fear, but that means also a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, that's right.
As a researcher, right? We are all researching in the area, so that means as a labor worker on site, physically labor worker, maybe they may fear about this symptom, but as a researcher, this is a big opportunity. Then you can apply your research into industry, and very fastly you can see that what is happening on site. So that is something that you can witness very much in Korea and in Asian country. And what I want to say something more about the Korean as a good opportunity in the field of the AI is because of government support. Like you said, that the government very supportive about this AI industry and AI development. And also we are having a very low birth rate. So we are declining the populations. So that means that we are more and more welcoming and having, we want to have and keep this global talent in Korea. That is the trend. And also very fast speed in every industry. And very strong competitions. Like you know that there is a saying that you are the average of the 5 people you are around with. So this means because of all peoples are so high in competitions, that means you also definitely become a very competitive person. So if once you are surviving Korea, you can survive in anywhere in the industry, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to say, want to add. Okay, so that's the question. So what advice would you give to students who want to become a global AI researchers?
Okay, for the students who are right now studying in the university, I think the first one is increase their knowledge in case of AI. For example, what is AI? From the simple one up to like if their major is related to the AI, learn how to develop the AI algorithms, optimizing that one and something else. And also learn one of the programming language that's really helpful and is definitely necessary. And after getting these kinds of knowledge from university or from like other websites like Coursera or YouTube channels, or there are different areas, you can find those ones easily. So after getting enough knowledge, starting to find which area related to the AI is fit for them. For example, somebody wants to work on vision side. Somebody wanna work on like the network areas. Based on what they want, what they like, they can find good papers, and they should start reading papers. For example, for a PhD degree student, every day at least one paper they should read. Read like efficiently, not from the first until the end. No, efficiently find out what novelty the paper has, what kinds of the research gap it can find to cover, and also what is the methodology, and find out what's going on that paper. So every single day, at least one paper. A PhD degree student should read, definitely. And after find out their like research, their favorite research area, they can start their research and find the author or corresponding authors related to those papers, to contact with them, and increase their chance to do research with those people around the world, every area. This gonna be good for a starting point to become a good researcher in Korea and everywhere.
Then how about you? Any advice?
I mean, I'm not like the AI researcher myself, but in the researcher perspective, I think, of course, like reading is everything. We need to read a lot. And also, I think it's not like my word, but usually I think I really follow my professor's words a lot, because he always tells me that we also need to keep an eye on the recent news articles so that we can find interesting and recent research topics out of those articles. But at the same time, we also need to read a lot of papers, what have been researched before, so in which aspect we need to work on further. So I think that's all from me.
Actually, human being, once you experience or you know something, it is very hard to go back to unknown condition. So this means once you know the efficiency of AI, then people maybe become like almost normalized, that all people know that the efficiency of AI, how easy to make some kind of documents or a presentation file, all these things. Once they know that, it is very hard to go back to unknown conditions. So this means that now people doesn't know about it. So once they enjoy and they get to know about how AI can be applied to some kind of industry or in their daily life, then everyone may ask themselves, oh, how can I have this AI supported? So this means now it is the stage that very blue ocean, like you said. So anyone who make the idea to apply to some kind of industry or research, you are the pioneer. So in the field, that's why I think your professor asking you to check all this article, because of now ideation is the most important time, because this is very new to everyone. So I'm not a researcher, but I just want to give advice to myself and to all of you also.
That was really helpful.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much for being here today with us. And I really hope, and we really hope that it is helpful for you. And I would like to hear the short comment of our speaker and panelist. How was the session today?
Okay. First of all, thank you very much. I appreciate you all. That was a great opportunity for me to participate here to discuss about my research area, my journey in case of career in Korea. And I already met new people. That was a great opportunity for me. And everything was perfect. And I'm really happy to be here. Thank you.
For me, first of all, thank you for having me today. And it was really nice meeting you and discuss about like research and AI. And it was also really nice to listen from you about the AI research as a developer, because I'm more on the user side. But I really like this AI efficiency topic, and it really helps us a lot. And it was my pleasure being a part of this discussion today.
It's my pleasure too.
I want to talk to the audience also. You can be a part of our discussion also. Please try to apply to be a speaker here. If not yet ready, it's okay. Potentially, you can be a panelist here, and also you can recommend somebody who you know that who continue their journey as a researcher after studying in Korea. So please recommend or please share of those information with us. So definitely your friend will be here, or yourself can be here together, or in the future. Okay, I'd like to sincerely thank you to our speakers and then also the panelists here for sharing of this valuable and helpful information. So I'd like to also thanks to all the audience who are here together with us today. And before we officially conclude our today's seminar, I would like to once again remind you that after this, we have sessions about the Korean tax system. So it is a very complicated, not only to the global talents, to Korean, it is also very complicated system. Tax is something always a headache. So good to know more about the information about tax, because of it is a kind of the less minus of your income. So always there's a minus by the tax, but the more you know about it, you can less minus of your total income. So please continue to stay here if you are interested to know more about this tax system. Okay, so thank you again for your participations, and then also some comments on the chat. And we really hope to see you again on our next session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.